Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I am currently driving, and honestly these are some of my last days here on Long Island, at least like living here before I move to New York City. I've just been savoring up my time in the sun with my family, all of that stuff. I don't really have any videos like prepped or planned to upload anytime soon, and I haven't been vlogging. I just took a few days off just because I was like, I just wanted a few days off. But I thought it would be fun to do just a video where we just chatted up questions slash just like conversations and things like that. Right now I'm currently driving. Like I said, I'm on like back roads going really slow so I can talk to you guys. I got a very hibiscus refresher. I feel like I'm in high school. This was like a high school drink for me, but it's like 2 o'clock and I just wanted something like light and refreshing. Just ran a few errands for the fam. Once we get home, I just figured we would chat. I asked you guys over on Instagram to spill whatever it is that's on your mind. And if you guys are new here, you should definitely subscribe. Follow me on Instagram to be a part of the next video like this. I love watching videos like this. I just feel super chill and it kind of like mellows me out and relaxes me and distracts me from my own problems. So if I could do that for any of you guys, that would be really cool. I can unbuckle now because we just got back to my house. Yeah, my hair's up in a ponytail today. We're just gonna let it be. I don't know what else to say. I think I've worn this shirt in like a bunch of videos at this point, but it is what it is, you know? I'm actually dyeing my hair tomorrow. I don't really know specifically what I'm doing, but my hair girl is amazing. The last time I went lighter, I absolutely despised, well, I liked in the beginning. In high school, I like did like a balayage, but it just got really brassy really quick. But I'm going for more of like a caramely balayage this time, so I think that it will match my skin tone a little bit better. Rather than it being like more yellow toned, it will be more like brown toned. I don't know, I guess you guys will just have to see. I probably already got that done by the time you're watching. Actually, I definitely already got that done by the time you're watching this video. So let's see what everybody says. This drink is bomb, by the way. Paper straws, Suffolk County on Long Island. So many questions. Are you still friends with Danielle? Where, like, what's happening? Yeah, Danielle and I are still the same. You guys, we talk every single day. We both have different schedules at some point, so sometimes I have to do the podcast as a solo, sometimes she has to do it as a solo, but it's not reflective of the state of our friendship, so I just want to be really clear on that. Favorite place to buy masks? I really like this question. I'm very pro mask. Wear your masks. Okay, so I really like this brand. Just keep in mind these are cloth masks. They're not medical grade or anything like that. I just wear the cloth masks. These are from Reuse Masks LA. My mom has one, like a blue tie-dye from this brand. We also have a green one. This is like a pink tie-dye. And then this one's from Alice and Olivia, and I really like these because with every mask purchased, money goes to No Kid Hungry, the charity that they work with, which I really like. And this one actually does have 2 layers of cloth. I love cloth masks too because you could just throw them in the wash. Yeah, it's great. Definitely get some cute masks because we're gonna be wearing them for a while. And that's where I would recommend getting them from. Support small businesses too. I just feel like wearing a cute mask too makes you want to wear a mask more than like this. I mean, nothing wrong with these, but like if you have the option to wear like this cute pink one or like this one, like I'm gonna wear the cute pink one, you know? I leave one in my car, I carry one in my purse at all times, and then I usually have one like in the house if I'm like running out quick or whatever. How are you? I feel like no one ever asks. I'm good, honestly. I'm at like this weird in between right now because I haven't moved in yet. Yeah, so I guess that's another question, like when are you moving? Like what's up? So I'm filming this July 6th. I really don't know what day this video is gonna go up. I don't know, but I'm planning to move to the city. Technically my lease starts on the 15th, but I think that they're gonna let me move in maybe a few days early. So it's all, I'm coordinating my movers too. Everyone's like, why don't you just go now? If you have the keys and stuff like that. I'm coordinating my move with my movers from Boston. So I can't just call them up and be like, hey, move my stuff today. Like they have to give me a range of dates. I also have some furniture being delivered. I can't move in if I don't have furniture or at least a couch. And my couch isn't gonna get delivered for a few weeks. So I'm kind of in a weird spot right now with all that. But besides all that, things are good. Things you'll miss about Boston / will you still be friends with people from Boston? So yeah, moved out of Boston. I will definitely continue some of my friendships from Boston. Obviously I have my YouTube friends, but besides that, there are some friendships that I do want to continue. I have a few friends from Boston that are conveniently also moving to New York in the near future, so of course I will continue some of those friendships, just like I've continued some of the friendships from people that I worked with and not all of them. But I think friendships are something that, as I'm learning as I get older, friendships are also very seasonal, you know what I mean? So you might be really close with someone for a season and then drift, but it doesn't mean that the friendship's over. It just means that it's kind of in like a lull or like an off period, which I think is totally fine. I think that, you know, with me moving out of a city, I'm probably going to be at a lull for a lot of those friendships for a while, but who's to say that in a year or two from now, like, those friendships won't come back around? That's what I have to say on that. So I'll miss the people. I really loved the city of Boston. Great city. For anyone looking for like a fun city post-grad, I would recommend Boston. Or if you're going to college, there's a lot of awesome colleges in Boston. It's a great city because it's not too big. It's a great like first city, super clean. The winter was not that bad at all. There are definitely some facets of Boston I will miss, but overall I'm really excited for the next chapter. A lot of questions like, are you nervous about moving to the city like right now? How is NYC right now? The last time we went, it was very positive energy. I would say 90% of people are wearing masks. People are still socially distanced on the street. We ate at a restaurant outside. Only outdoor dining is open. We were like pretty much the only ones dining there, so it wasn't really a problem. Honestly, compared to a lot of other places in the world and specifically the country right now, New York is doing really well. Obviously that could change at any moment, but I don't necessarily think it's fair to be like, oh, New York is bad, you know, Georgia's good, because that's not necessarily the case. I mean, we don't need to get too into it, but it's a weird time because I'm torn, because obviously I take this virus extremely seriously, and I have declined many social opportunities because honestly I'm scared of getting the virus. There are bars in my town that are open and I refuse to go. Like, I'm not gonna go and subject myself to that. I have hung out with friends in small groups, and even that I don't feel the most comfortable doing. I take this like really seriously, like what I'm saying. But then on the other side, like, I have to move on with my life, and like, it was never my plan to move back in with my parents. I'm kind of, again, Nancy here, and for my mental health, I think it would be beneficial for me to be in a city on my own again. So I'm torn, but at the same time, New York is doing pretty well right now. So I wouldn't say like, are you scared of moving to New York? Like, I would just say, are you scared in general? How are you hoping to make friends when you move to New York City? I'm really thankful, I guess, because I know a bunch of people in the city just from life in general. I grew up here on Long Island, so I know a bunch of people from high school, even though like hanging out in groups right now is gonna be weird. But just for example, I do have some friends from Boston, like I said, that moved here, people from college as well. And of course, there's so many people from YouTube and the social media community. So I already have like a good baseline, I think. Obviously I don't have like a friend group per se, but I do have people that I can hang out with. So I'm thankful that I don't have to stress about like that right away. Goals for the remainder of 2020. I feel like it's a weird time to set goals because it's hard to plan and forecast, but just continue working on myself, building obviously business wise. And when I say building business, I don't necessarily mean like increasing number of followers. I just mean like building my business and stuff like that too. Although followers, I guess, like does account into that, but you know what I mean. I feel like this year has been a really positive year so far in terms of focusing on myself and just educating myself and learning and growing in all of these different avenues. And I've learned so much about myself and the world and really everything, truly. So I definitely want to continue growing into the best version of myself. This person says, what if just like Boston, New York doesn't work for you? I think this is a difference in just places in general. I moved to Boston for a job versus I'm moving to New York just because I could work from anywhere, but I'm choosing to live in New York. So I think that's the difference there. Nothing wrong with moving somewhere to follow a job, but like I left that job, so that's kind of why it didn't really work out for me. I just had no purpose for being there anymore versus New York. There's just more opportunity for work-wise. I know more people and things like that. But of course, you know, not every city is going to work out for everybody. You know, I never like transferred colleges or anything like that, and I kind of attribute it to something like that in terms of like trying different cities and trying different places to live. It's just like college. Like, some people go to a college and then they realize that that specific university or just college in general isn't for them, so they either transfer or drop out. And I never did that in college, but then, you know, I moved to Boston for a year and like that wasn't for me, so I left. I don't really think there's anything wrong with that. And what if it doesn't work out? It's not really that huge of a deal. Of course, like moving costs are something very real and they're very expensive, but I'm 23. I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself to get a plan right now. Like, luckily I kind of have a good baseline on the financial end. So like, if the other things don't really line up right now, I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself. I don't think I need to. My friends and I feel that YouTube content is so dry these days. Do you feel that? Yeah, I guess we could talk about this. And I've been getting some comments like, your vlogs are really repetitive and things like that. I mean, luckily I'm moving, so like that will be a little more of like a content change. But I do want to say, I think a lot of creators are dealing with this right now just because we are essentially stuck at home, so there's not much difference in our days. Even though I normally work from home, at least like when I was in Boston, the world was open. I could, you know, show you guys like some places in Boston I was going, or, you know, vlog with other content creators, stuff like that. but with us being at home, our options are kind of limited. So I definitely would agree, like, content is more dry, quote, this year, not this year, in the recent few months. But I don't want to like make excuses for everybody, but I do think a lot of it just has to do with limitations due to the state of the world. And I mean, I personally love watching vlogs, even if they are repetitive, from my favorite creators, because it just, you guys might relate to this. It's just like the sense of like rewatching a show on Netflix that you've already seen a bunch of times, just because it gives you that like comforting sense. And for me, when I have like my go-to YouTubers that I watch, I get that vibe, even if the content might be a little more boring than what it normally is. So nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with feeling that way, of course, but at the same time, like, and I'm not gonna like make excuses, like I said, but I do kind of feel that, but at the same time, like, for the right people, it shouldn't matter. What neighborhood are you moving to in NYC? Lower East Side. I've said that before. Beginner advice for dating apps. I just talked about this on the podcast this week. Yeah, it takes a lot of time to kind of sift through everybody, but there are some like hidden gems on there. And I got like opinions on dating apps. I think dating apps are great because it's a great way to meet people that are actually single and looking, even if they're not looking for a relationship or something like that right now. Like, at least it kind of compiles all of your like available options in one place, versus like, it's great meeting people in the wild. Like, I love in the wild, I mean like at bars and stuff, but number one, that's not really an option right now, and number two, you know, not everybody, I guess, that's out socializing may be like available or like looking for someone. But with dating apps, it's kind of nice because you know that everybody's willing to chat or whatever, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, it takes a lot of time and patience, I would say. I don't really know like the specific, I need to like talk to my guy friends actually about like pictures and stuff, because I'm interested to see like what they think of that. I will update you guys on that. Least favorite work task, definitely anything to do with like the finances or like the accounting. I do have an accountant, but obviously there's still things that you have to do as an individual. Doing any of that stuff just annoys the crap out of me. I don't even mind the more business stuff, like the administrative, like emails and things like that. Like, I really don't care. I actually kind of look forward to it because it's like, it gives me a little bit of a routine, but the finance and accounting stuff, just no thanks. Would you get a dog or a cat? I really want a dog. I actually told my mom, I was like, if we go into like a second wave of like actual quarantine, like can't leave your house, and I'm living in New York, I would definitely consider adopting a puppy, or at least fostering one. But my parents are very anti, and they're like, you really shouldn't, just because they know my lifestyle and they're more realistic. I think it's all fun and games to say like, yeah, I get a dog, but it's like so much work. And when life is normal, I'm constantly traveling and on the go and taking like weekend trips and stuff like that, and my life isn't really accommodating to a dog, especially a puppy. But if we go into quarantine again and I know that I'm gonna have like a few steady months of truly being home, I would definitely consider getting a little pup. I love dogs. Like, they bring me so much joy, and especially because I do live alone, I think it would bring me joy and like purpose in a way, because I'd have to like wake up, walk the dog, you know, all that stuff. But who knows. First place you want to travel once we can. Yeah, I would love to see my friends from college again. I haven't seen them in since New Year's. I went to Atlanta for New Year's, and I would love to see them, whether it's them coming and visiting me. You know, I posted my apartment tour video, and I was reached out to, you guys, from people who came out of the woodwork. I swear, I was like, I didn't even know that these people still followed me, and they were like, hey, can I like come and visit you? And I'm like, oh, it's like kind of Corona right now, but you know, maybe when the world's like a better place. I just think it's funny. But I would love to have my friends come visit me, or me go visit them. I don't know what that situation will be, but I do really miss my friends from school a lot. Do you feel like you are 90% of the time real about the things you share on your platforms? I'm 100% real. Actually, the problem is filtering down the realness, because I'm an oversharer, obviously, and I tend to share things before I should share them. So I would say that I'm probably a little too real. That's the tea on that. But I think that's just the style of videos I do. Like, obviously these are very chatty vlogs, versus some people do these more like sit down, structured, like talking point style videos, and with like heavy edits, and that's just never been my thing. So I don't know. Everyone's asking for spilling the tea on my man situation. There's nothing. Well, I'm in between moves, so like, how could I don't know. Also, like, we're in quarantine. Like, how heavy could I be dating? I don't know. And not quarantine, I guess. We're socially distanced now. I think that's really it. So we'll end off there. I know this was like random and just chatty and ranty or whatever, but I don't know. It's just what I'm in the mood for right now. Things are gonna get more exciting soon, hopefully, with the content. Like I said, my content's pretty dry, just like every other creator right now. I think we're all going through it. Not that you have to feel sympathy for us by any means, but you get it. Let me know in the comments below if you like more like advice style videos, because I would love to start doing those. And I love you guys. Bye.